Morning, guys. This is going to be your full moon in Sagittarius tarot reading. We got some action outside. Now, what I wanted to say to you guys is I didn't really get a chance to do your guys' reading on Friday. I mean, I did. I was doing readings, but they were more personal in nature, and let's just say I'm probably not going to release those. Okay, and being that today's Saturday, obviously I'm not going to. And now, I normally don't work on Saturdays. Reason being is because I'm here Monday through Friday, basically 42 to 45 hours a week, so I usually don't work Saturday. However, I didn't really have too much to do today, and I thought I would kind of come in. I didn't want to hang around the house and lay around all day because it's rainy, so here I am. And I thought since Sunday was Father's Day, it's also the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, there's so many things happening. If you want to know a little bit more about the full moon in Sagittarius, you can peep my video for the full moon general horoscopes. And then also yesterday I just released the weekly horoscope for next week also. My horoscopes run from Sunday through Saturday, so I do have information about the full moon in there also. So this is going to be the full moon in Sag reading. Ooh, mentor. Somebody's getting school. Ooh, and it's the swords too. That's not that's not my favorite. Guys. Oh, there's so many other things going on. Jesus. Fuck. This feels like this is going to be for a multitude of people. Just because there's karma and there's teaching and there's fear and there's anxieties and there's here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. Sun, moon, and the chariot. So this right here is alluding to something happening around that damn it, I'm freaking brain dead today. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, the new moon in Cancer on July 2nd. That's a total solar eclipse. That happens just a few minutes after the moon is exactly full. It'll be full at 10 degrees. So, I mean, look at this, guys. It's already the sun, the moon, and chariot, which is representative of Cancer. So we must be, ooh, I've got goosebumps. We're already rolling into that energy because eclipse energy is super strong. Yes, I realize it's in a little bit over 2 weeks, but you know, with the full moons and the new moons, the energy extends out a week previous and a week after, or at least I'm able to feel it a week before and a week after. And here we are, 2 full weeks before that actual eclipse that's happening, and Spirit's already talking about it. Okay, so, oh my God, it's giving me goosebumps. I was trying to do the full moon in Sagittarius. So there's got to be some kind of connection. We'll get to it in a second here. Let me see what if they've got any further cards for me. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Holy cow. Okay, so first of all, 5 of Pentacles, the very first cards. It's like anxiety, fear, panic due to insecurity, not being confident in something. So there is actually a lot of anxiety going on right now. If you've got this strong pull to Sagittarius and the Jupiter retrograde, your body may literally be shaking, and what we had some waves coming in that came in 13th or the 14th. So you may be downloading some Schumann resonances, and it may feel like you're having anxieties. For others, you're actually having anxieties. There's some kind of panic or worry or fear. But you're not angry, which is the reason why I feel like this could be, you know, that full moon in Sagittarius conjunction with Jupiter, yeah? So you could be like, had this weird mix of feeling so sad and so depressed, yet being happy and jolly at the same time. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Had people coming to look. Okay, so there's a lot of worry and anxiety. Somebody might be feeling a little left out. I don't know if there's spending going on and somebody feels left out, like, oh, how come you didn't get something for me? Or this could be just money troubles in general. Whatever it is, somebody's having some issues, but the good news is they're not angry. It's not frustrating. It's more or less they realize that this is a temporary situation. Okay. This can also be somebody being ghosted or left out in the cold. This almost feels like tough love, where I'm disappointed in you, but I'm not angry. The good news is there's some patience here. Okay, so if you messed up, disappointed anybody, or spent too much, or have some money issues, it will eventually right itself. Okay, as a light being, you guys should know by now that everything in divine timing, which we actually have right here, right next to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so something is definitely coming for you. I realize you've been limited. You're feeling pretty weak now. Probably your nerves are kind of weak, so you're feeling a little nervous, and you could also be feeling physically weak too. You know, maybe you're sick or you're feeling a little beat up because of all the stress, tension, pressure. And it's more or less you're resigned to realizing that everything is perfect exactly as it is. Okay, Nine of Wands can be disciplined. It's also the moon in Sagittarius, which we're having right now. Okay, and we're in the moon in Sagittarius, but it won't be full until tomorrow night, Hawaii time, about 10:31 in the evening. Okay, so it's almost like you decide to go, okay, well, I can't do anything about it now. We'll see what happens. And that is, you know, completely the full moon in Sagittarius, realizing that you have to look at things in a different way. So there's this decision to surrender, okay, and try to realize that the more you worry, the more you breed that kind of energy, and that's not what you want. You want to stay positive. So this is definitely a decision to stay positive, even if you're limited in some way or restricted, but not to be angry about it, but to wait, because you'll be able to see the signs. When I see the Judgment card, this is a wake-up call. For some of you guys, you may be getting worried because something has happened. Okay, the universe has done something to wake you out of complacency, and you either need to buckle down and watch your money, or you've got you've been worried, and then something happens, maybe some kind of lawsuit. Sagittarius is justice, right? It's blending things or leveling the playing field. So for a lot of you guys, if you were above and you're not coming from a place of gratitude, if you're not being grateful, if you're not acting with integrity, if you're not honest, if your intentions are not good, you're going to end up paying the price, a price. And this could be something in court, could be with the law, like possibly police involvement. This could be in a divorce, a lawsuit, a TRO, some kind of judgment where somebody had to make a decision. The universe is the one that's deciding. See this little flame in the corner? That's the fire they're lighting under your ass. You could have been held back for the longest time, so all of a sudden you may hear the call or get this idea that you've come upon previously, and you get to work. Okay, you decide, I know I've been limited, but hey, look at this, I can move forward on this. I'm going to focus on this one thing. Okay, and any changes you make now will attract luck. There could be some lessons. On a bad note, there, like I was saying, the people that don't have the best intentions, they might experience a lesson of sacrifice. There is a rush conclusion here. Somebody's trying to hurry up. Let me read the Mentor of Swords. Mentor of Swords is the voice of air. This is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Okay, remember now, guys, at the beginning of the month, we had the new moon in Gemini. The sun is still in Gemini, but it's going to be moving into Cancer here very shortly in a couple of days. Okay, a spiritual person who uses intellect in service to divine, not to attack unity. Okay, so this person is trying really hard to get control of their emotions in order not to project to somebody else. This is one of the most recent lessons that we have learned, is to take responsibility for our own feelings. All right. I love when good music plays outside. Is to be responsible for our own feelings and not to project or blame somebody else for how we feel about a particular situation. And a lot of it is because we are the creators of that situation. So how can you get mad at someone else? Okay, so so there's this wake-up call to realize that you've been limiting yourself. So as we work to clear these blocks, and as we struggle to keep ourselves from getting worried and to keep from being frustrated and blaming others, things are going to be put in order for us. Okay, so like in the twin flames relationships, there's issues with money. And there's this division here, division of labor, division of finances. This is mine, this is mine, this is ours. We are slowly moving towards union. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to be preparing to do, working on ourselves so we can be as one. Not saying this is mine and this is yours, but having our individual identities and working together. This is lessons about strengths and limitations of the intellect. It's your mind that holds you back. Okay, this can also be sudden physical violence, often involved from a rush conclusion, like ending a relationship, all domestic violence, all the way up to death, a killing. So there could be, with the death card actually here, and this judgment, the karma card, what else do we have? Hierophant, spirituality, and above, and then the chariot. Ooh, goosebumps, tears, sorrow. Somebody is going to be experiencing a lot of sorrow from what they have done. Okay, if they have had bad intentions. And others, you might be crying because you're so freaking happy that things are working out after this period of brutal suffering. Okay, so you sit and you wait and you do everything you can to promote harmony, to not blame anyone else for your obligations or your feelings, to accept responsibility for your reality, for your self-created reality. Okay? There could be a lot of violence around this moon because these are like snap decisions. Suddenly, somebody freaks out of panic. They're not really angry, so they might react in a way that doesn't reflect how they authentically feel. And then it's like they fuck up, end up going to jail, and then they have to go to court, and then they might end up being even more limited. For others, if you have the best intentions, or if this is actually a karmic lesson for you, you are supposed to look beyond and say, okay, I'm going to face my charges. I'm not mad. I'm worried, yes, about what will happen to me, but I understand that I have to stand and face my judgment, okay? And then, because you surrendered and you're going with the flow, you might experience something positive because of that. Why I say that is because we got Ace of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Death card, okay? So trying to focus on the positive instead of the negative, and coming from a higher perspective will get you some kind of reward. Ace of Pentacles is like a windfall. Like if there's a judgment or a fine, somebody could suddenly say, I'll pay that for you, or, you know, no bail necessary, and you're like, good, that frees up my money. Or you could be dismissed with no charges. Or this could be money to pay your defense, possibly in a murder trial, possibly because you have changed your ways, and now there's this this nurturing. Now you're getting help. It could be help because your case is on TV, or there's some kind of, you know, on social media, somebody's getting funds on behalf of you, or somebody's representing you. But this could also be the end of an old stage, okay? Leaving the past behind and moving into a new life with a new job, possibly a new identity, okay? But looking forward to being happier, looking forward to beginning again on a level playing field, okay? Because a lot of us feel like we were coming from backgrounds. A lot of us felt like, you know, it was a struggle and we had to claw our way to the top to wherever we are. And some of us realized that once we got to the top, we fell back down because it was just a wall. There wasn't anything solid that was built. Okay, and most of us realize that what was built is false foundation. So we had to literally begin again, have these things broken down by ourselves, by people around us. With the twin flames, your twin flame began this activation, and like all of a sudden, all these walls that stood between us, our divinity, and our abundance just boom. And even everyone that, it's like the domino effect, right? The walls fall down. They're broken down, and you start building more healthy walls or boundaries, right? Even some that you weren't even aware of. So this is a new phase, this almost feels like a new life. To where yeah, I just I just saw the beginning credits for Cheers, and I heard where nobody knows your name. But then this is like a whole new life, different from what you had before, okay? You didn't want anybody to know your name, but you're moving into this new life where you're going to make better friends and meet good people who are highly spiritual and have nothing but the best intentions. And these people are aware that you have to constantly change. You can't stay complacent, okay? Nothing is certain but death and taxes, okay? Nothing is certain but change, right? Temperance can also be the card of social media. So this could be like a new job, and you could be doing commercials or some kind of ad, or co-hosting, or starring in your new vlog, TV show, podcast, whatever you do. I mean, even on YouTube, and it's kind of like you're stepping into a new identity, but the thing is, this is your most authentic identity. And because you don't even really know who you are, it's kind of like intimidating because you're like, oh my God, can I really do this? But you're stepping into the role that you are supposed to fulfill. Okay, you will know because you're going to be seeing signs everywhere. 11, 11. I mean, I see repeating numbers constantly. And if you don't know, synchronicity is the norm. Okay, so some of us around this Sagittarius moon, we're also going to see some crazy things and be like, I'm not telling anybody. I know I just saw some shit, but I don't tell nobody shit. Okay, I didn't see nothing. No, I didn't see no UFOs. No, I didn't see no ghosts. You know, you might feel like you're going to have to hide that for a little bit. But on social media, if you start talking about these things, you might just find that there's a whole bunch of people that have the same thing in common with you. Okay, you might run into your vibe tribe just by talking about and promoting what you're doing and trying to do that for a living, sharing your spirituality, teaching people, learning. Okay, and so some of you guys might be taking some big risks, and others you're taking some big bad risks. Okay, then we have this total solar eclipse coming up at the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a sign of family and home. The thing about Cancer is they're very loving, sensitive, devoted, and psychic. Okay, so this might actually be the beginning of you becoming a spiritual teacher, and then you kind of put your final seal on it because it feels like you might be doing this out of your home. I just heard final word. I don't know if that's in reference to this because my eyes kind of stopped on that for a second. You might be finally deciding that this is what I'm doing permanently. Previously, you may have begun, but you were a little lost because everything wasn't streamlined. This is the direction that you're heading in. You're going to begin to streamline with this great idea you have. You're going to produce something from it, whether it's a commercial, a TV show, a YouTube channel, a podcast, some kind of video or writing, something you're producing, a project. I have not taken a look at the horoscope for the new moon in Cancer, but I will, and most likely I'll issue a video about it. But from what I see here, we have the sun. This is creative growth. It's beginnings and endings, soul growth by stepping up. Okay, taking a look at the things and putting attention into things. And right now, where are we? Oh, this is Cancer. Okay, so there's a lot of energy and focus being put on home and family and comfort. It is summertime. Okay, we have the sun and the moon. So like I was saying, the sun and the moon and the chariot all tell me that whatever's going on right now, there's something connected to it that's going to be happening around July 2nd when we have this new moon in Cancer with the total solar eclipse. Okay, so it also feels like, how did we have it? Some attention and focus to making a decision. There's some goals here. Balance. Looks like you might be kind of busy in your career. Okay, a lot of attention, a lot of energy, a lot of focus on your career, having to make decisions, trying to stay grounded because Cancer is very emotional. The thing is, Cancer is kind of, they have quick temperament shifts. So it could be like, who the hell touched my soda? Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay, love you. That kind of deal. Where you can snap and then completely recover, and everybody else is still like unnerved from the snap, and you're like, oh, I love you, can I have a hug? And you're like, all right. It's a quicker than normal shift of temperament, so there's ups and downs. And Cancers are they can be kind of intense when they're angry, but when they're sad, it's just pure heart. I mean, it breaks your heart. Okay, so you might have trouble staying grounded around this time because there's so much energy coming in, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have some solar waves coming in too. I'll have to check that information. I usually don't know any. I mean, I am 2 weeks ahead in the horoscope, but this is like 3 3 weeks ahead, and I guess I'll be getting to that next week, and I'll have a little bit more information on, I'll start talking about the total solar eclipse. So there's a lot of focus on home and family, things that you got to get done. We have the Chariot, taking care of the kids and planning family outings, vacations, time off. It could be that with this time of celebrations, there is some kind of loss too. There could be losses in relationships. You could have lost somebody you love through a death, through an accident. People are also getting together to support each other because of a loss or a trauma or some kind of drama that's playing out. Could be something legal, could be something, you know, like I said, a death. But there's some pain involved here. It could be that you get this new job and now, Cancer and Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles can be Capricorn, earthy energy. You could have trouble trying to keep balance between home and work life with a new job, a new project, a new clientele, a new line of finances, possibly moving to a new business from a job, or to a home to a new job, or you could have moved abroad. And now you're trying to figure out how to work and keep doing what you love and balance time with the family now that like all the kids are out of school. Then we have the Hierophant, which is about traditions. It's also institutions. So this can be relationships like marriage, can be government, can be education, politics, religion, spiritual leaders, and teachers. So you could be like, you could literally be saying, God, give me strength through all these changes. Help me stay balanced. Help me keep my head. You could be trying to figure out some grounding practices so you can not lose your mind. So you can stay physically, spiritually, and mentally grounded, which is also what the Two of Swords means. Trying to make decisions to please yourself first, but also at the same time cater to other people, but not in a way to where you're a bound servant. This is like a willingly feed you and bathe you and clothe you, and are you comfortable? Can I get you a pillow? You know, I'd like you to feel comfortable with me in my home because I love having you here. So some of you guys, Hierophant can represent Taurus. So some of you guys may be having visitors from elsewhere, from another state, somebody coming to visit you at your house. And so this is around these times, people vacationing, relatives, new family members coming to visit you, and you've been making preparations, making your house homey, you know, smells good, looks good, feels good, trying to give this person a good time and having to entertain a bunch of people. Not just one, I mean, there could be one, but there could be multiple, 2 or 3 people, can even be like the whole damn fam coming to visit. Hierophant is also about changes too. This can be negotiations, contracts, and agreements, having to work with the law. This can also be new rules or new boundaries for the self. And probably it's in how you're dealing with family. Because a lot of family, that's a lot of, it's nice when family visits, but extended stays can always be exhausting. Okay, when you're playing the tour guide and what do you need? You need paper plates, you need shampoo, you need a blanket, you need a pillow. Serving and hosting. Serving and hosting and being grateful. But this also lends a grounding energy too with the Capricorn. I mean, there's going to be ups and downs, but with the Cancer energy, it'll be quick. So as much as you feel like you want to freak out, you're going to come right back down to earth after you talk to yourself about how far you can go. Okay, then we got King of Cups, Three of Wands, and Queen of Wands. So there might be a conversation here. There might be some opportunities to drink with some friends. Like if you are single, a single male, you might be linking up with somebody who's sexy. Somebody might catch your eye. There's a genuine opportunity here. King of Cups. Aquarius, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising might have a chance to meet somebody that's sexy or inspirational, or they already have somebody that's inspirational, but there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to do something. I almost want to say maybe you guys will run away for an escape. You guys take an opportunity to blaze trails. You could like go up to the mountains and go hiking. Take off to the Bahamas for a vacation. Do something going back to nature. Starting a tradition. Starting a new tradition with you and your lover. Yeah, that's what this looks like. Okay, there was a lot of things have changed. Okay, 1 year ago, things were so different. What did you used to do then? And I almost guarantee you that you probably can't do the same thing. Circumstances have changed in just about every aspect of everyone's lives. Nothing has remained the same. Okay, so now there's difficulties. The old things that you used to do and have fun with, you no longer have. So it's time to start some new ones. In the love relationships, you guys are doing pretty well. One person's really emotional, but they're not revealing it. It's like they're feeling intensely magnetic for their partner. Okay, it's like, come on, let's take this opportunity to... I just heard, do you know the way to San Jose? I have no idea why. Maybe somebody's going to take a road trip to San Jose. Road trip to California. Something like that. Something creative, because this is also a 3 and Wands or action. Okay, the 3 of Wands represents the Sun and Aries, so there's energy into blazing trails, being having a lot of courage, taking the lead, and not wanting to be under anybody else's authority, but wanting your lover's attention. So you guys have this intense magnetic attraction, and it's really physical too, but it's also beyond the physical. But it looks like to me somebody's intensely attracted to another. There's real love in the heart, so it looks like, yeah, maybe you'll go, spend the night at a hotel, a vacation night, or bed and breakfast, something like that. Maybe you can sleep in the truck on the beach overnight, go camp out, but whatever it is. Oh yeah, look at that, with the heart burning inside. Maybe a campfire, sitting around a fire, intimate time with each other, sitting around the campfire and bonding. What else is Aries? What does Aries likes to do? Go after what you want. So it might be that you guys like spend an entire weekend locked in the bedroom and can't keep your hands off of each other. That could possibly be what it is. Some of you guys, this is a new tradition, date night. Specific time reserved for your lover because of all this action at work and all this action at home. Okay, you still have a partner that has needs also. So this looks like a little vacation, runaway, or escape break. This is solid intimacy time for your partner besides the everyday work and family and kids. Oh, yep, that one fell. Look at that, focus. And this is on that solar eclipse. Maliu, to heed, to focus. This is internal grounding, internal manifestation. So I feel like it's internal manifestation just because it fell on the Cancer. Cancer is they hold things in, yeah, until it builds up and it's released. My intention is to stay true to my core values by focusing my energy on things that are in alignment with my heart and soul. Aw, that's probably, that's, I don't even have to look at the solar eclipse in Cancer. That says it all. What you give your attention to matters. Everything you think, say, love, and do matters and is left as an imprint on the planet and throughout your lineage. See, time with the kids, yeah, like I was saying. When you give your attention to something, you attract energy and support from the universe by choosing to focus on things that are in alignment with your core values, home, family, partner. You will heed your life's purpose and stay true to your calling. Okay? I tell you. Okay, guys, so this has been your full moon in Sagittarius Tarotscope. I love you guys, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.